Hi everyone, Sailor Moon here, Serena here, and today I'm going to talk about my show, my time on USA and later on Cartoon or Drawing Show. Now, a lot of folks most likely know that WB and UPN were not the only two folk works that my show ever got a broadcast deal with. After between 95 YL with UPN and WB dropping the ball on Sailor Moon and choosing not to pick it up again, my show would then get picked up in between 97 YL when it was on USA, back when USA did have drawing shows on it. Now, it was not the USA Cartoon Express or the USA Drawing Show Fast, and it was renamed as the Action Extreme Team or the Work Utmost Team, which included many other shows that were also on there. But my show had gotten picked up by USA, and it was on 7:30 Monday through Thursday. Why not Friday? I don't know. I could not bitch. I mean, USA did very well with my show. They ran all the first following. They even got into the 2th following. But since no one had done anything halfway through Sailor Moon R anyway, USA just had to run all the old things again. And a lot of folks do know that my time on USA was most likely a good time. But it did not last. I was only on USA for maybe only from the summer. And by the 9th month, my show was gone. Not due to bad watch time. USA had my show on at 7:30 Monday through Thursdays. So I don't think the watch time was bad, or even the looking. At that time, USA had been shifted from ownership to ownership over and over again, leadership, and at the time the ownership and leadership thought that drawing shows of any kind no longer fit USA. So my show was dropped. Then, and between 98 YL, 1 year after USA was done with me, Cartoon then took me up, and Drawing Show ran all the first 2 followings, including also got a deal with Deke to prolong the last of Sailor Moon R. But also Cartoon also got a deal, or Drawing Show also got a deal with Pioneer, so they could do Sailor Moon R, Sailor Moon S, and SS, and also the 3 films. And that deal ran from between 98 YL till 2003 YL, making it the longest that a folk work had any broadcast deal with me. Now, a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership will ask, well, why did only USA and Cartoon? Why were only those 2 folk works the only ones that ever gave you a good time slot? Your guess is good as mine. I don't know. But Cartoon or Drawing Show did very well with me. And out of all the folk works, that one is the one that did very well with me. Now, as I am aware of, my show has been had broadcasts and streaming deals with sundry other folk works over the years. I mean, yes, Netflix did have the deal with my things at one time, mostly Hearst 1, 2, and 3, and the Free and Forever and Stars, but Hearst is leaving after the 30th. Hulu still has a deal with all my things, so does Disney More, and Chunky Roll, whatever the hell that website is. And Tubi only has a deal for my Dawnish work. Non-English, we'll say. Now, I am aware that I'm leaving out another folk work, and that would be YTV. Now, since I am from the 4-1 Reichs and not from the settled land, it is hard for me to give my thought on YTV. But YTV's broadcasting of me maybe ran 9 between 95 YL, 9 between 97 YL, 9 between 98 YL, the 2003 YL, which also made it the longest that another folk work had my show. And keep in mind, I don't know what times that YTV had my show on. So I don't know how the looking or watching on YTV went. And since it was a Setterland Farsi or folkwork business, there was really no way to know how that went. So your guess is good as mine how YTV handled my show. Now, some folks are going to say, tell them why Serena, Sailor Moon, why is it that only cartoon, why was it only USA and cartoon, and then YTV were the only two folk works to ever give you good broadcast times? Once again, I don't know why. We go back to USA, and when USA had me, they ran me from 7:30, Monday through Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, not on Friday. I don't know why. But for whatever grounds, it seemed to be good enough. And a lot of folks who may have saw me on UPN and WB back in the day were happy to see me on USA. And due to a shift of ownership and leadership, as I said, my show left USA as soon as it came on it. Then my show was later on cartoon, and it lasted a way longer than most folks thought it would. It ran, and it was only due to Pioneer not wanting to do the deal with Toei to keep doing other Sailor Moon works was what left cartoon and YTV to both lose Sailor Moon broadcast deal and 2003 YL. Then we also go to YTV, and I don't know what times they had my show on, but all I can tell you is that YTV, like USA, like cartoon, were the only free folk works that my show ever did good on. Now, if you know another folk work that my show did well on, let me know. But those seem to be the only free good ones out there. Anyway, it's all the time I got. Give the film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later. Sorry for that burp.